Hi, third grade. This video is to introduce our measurement unit. We are going to work on measuring length and width of objects. So that's how tall or how wide something is. To do that, we're going to be using two different tools. The first tool is something we use in the classroom, a ruler. You know that a ruler is broken up into inches, 12 inches on a ruler. If you can see, oh, that's the wrong side. You can see. We go through and it looks like a number line all the way to 12. Now, we have another tool we can use for bigger objects called a yardstick. A yardstick is 36 inches. Do some quick math. 36 divided by 12. How many rulers fit in a yardstick? 3. 3 rulers make 1 yardstick. So we can use two different types of tools to work on measuring, our ruler and our yardstick. Here I'm going to show you just how those 3 rulers fit in 1 yardstick. So you see they're lined up 12 inches, and I can slide down here. 2. 3. So 3 rulers make 1 yardstick. Let's take a closer look at the ruler. I'm going to zoom in here on just 1 inch. You can see, just like on our number line, it kind of resembles fractions. How it has dashed lines to mark. We have 1/2 of an inch, 1/4 of an inch, and even 1/8 and 1/16 of the inch. For our purposes, we're going to be measuring to the nearest inch or the nearest 1/2 an inch. Let's practice measuring. The first thing you're going to need to do is decide which tool you're going to want to use, your ruler or yardstick. You need to decide if the object is small enough to use a ruler, that's going to be your best choice. If it's too big, then you might want to try the yardstick. If I measure this DVD case, I want my ruler lined up with the edge of the case and the 0 lined up perfectly. Then I'm going to look, where does the case end? Right at about in between 7 and 7.5 inches. I would say it's closer to 7.5 than 7. So I would say the length of this DVD case is 7.5 inches. I'm going to use a ruler to measure the length of this candy box. Again, line up your 0 with the edge, and then see where it ends. This ends again at about 1/2, 3.5 inches. The width of this candy box is 3.5 inches. Sometimes objects are going to be too big to use a ruler. For example, if I measure the height of this chair, the side of this chair, a ruler is going to be too small because I would have to stack multiple rulers up on top of each other. That might just get too tricky. You could do it though. I think a yardstick would be the better option. So I'm going to lay it down flat on the ground, well, right here. See how tall it is and see where it hits. It's at about 23 inches. So the height of this armchair would be 23 inches. Some important things to remember for measuring. Choose your tool wisely. Consider the size of the object you're measuring. A ruler is made up of 12 inches, making it 1 foot. And a yardstick is 3 feet or 36 inches. 3 rulers make up 1 yardstick. Be sure to measure to the nearest inch or 1/2 an inch. Happy measuring!